paranormal enthusiast James White has a very spooky business. He professionally arranges and hosts seances in allegedly haunted and abandoned buildings in Toronto, Canada. James is hosting a seance at the historic Lambton House with a group of curious participants. The Lambton House is a former inn that was built in 1860, and it is said to be extremely haunted. Now James White and his group are about to witness something absolutely terrifying.
No, she's breaking my hand right now. It's the dog. Okay. So Norman, someone in this room is trying to harm you? Is it a person? If so, give me a sign. Are they in this room? Is it a male?
They hold him back. His chair tipped backward.
Why did your chair tip back?
I did not move it.
Oh. Something just pulled.
Yeah.
Keep your hands together. Keep your hands together.
We grabbed him as soon as he fell back.
Do not break. Okay, really?
It did break when he fell though, because he went that far back.
Okay, so did somebody actually pull your chair?
Yeah, like he tipped backwards.
Somebody pulled your chair?
Yes.
While in the middle of a seance, one participant is forcefully yanked backwards out of his chair by an unseen force.
Is it a male?
The door behind me was open, and I had my partner sitting beside me, and we had the door was open behind us, and we thought we heard something back there, but nothing was there. So we turned, and I looked, and I saw nothing. So I turned my head back towards the group, like the circle, and we're all holding hands. And then all of a sudden, I just felt like this force just come and pull me back, and it was like aggressive. It wasn't like calm, it was aggressive, like it was trying to kill me or something. I don't even know. My feet were like flat on the ground. I wasn't moving. I was holding hands with the people beside me, and it just pulled me. And it like felt like someone was coming up behind me, like standing up behind me as I'm sitting in the chair, and like taking my shoulders and like pulling me towards the mirror. It was crazy.
Fellow participants and eyewitnesses from the seance took to Instagram to share their stories about the incident. One seance witness had this to say about the strange event. I sat across from him when this happened, and it was fantastic to see. Another witness says, I was there. Another epic seance with @JamesWhite Seance. So did James White capture evidence of an unknown entity aggressively grabbing an innocent visitor at the Lambton House? I leave it up to you to decide.
Is it a male?
They hold him back.
Scream. YouTube channel D's Dark Adventures says that an anonymous fan emailed her about a very creepy experience he had while driving home late one night. The dash cam video shows the man driving down an isolated country road in the middle of nowhere. Suddenly, he spots something that makes his blood run cold. The driver suddenly spots a woman walking all by herself in the middle of the night. As he gets closer, he is horrified when he sees that the woman is covered in blood. Worried for her safety, he rolls down his window and asks her if she needs help.
Excuse me, you need help?
After which, she lets out a blood-curdling scream.
What the?
At this point, the man notices that the woman appears to have no eyes, only black sockets. Terrified by her reaction and appearance, the driver quickly just gets out of there. He says that he called the police, but they never found this mysterious woman. So just what do you think is going on here? And what would you do in this same situation?
What the?
The woman in white.
In this short clip, a rancher is viewing footage from his CCTV camera when he notices something very peculiar. The rancher says he was woken up late at night after hearing a loud noise coming from one of the corrals. He promptly rushed over to see what had caused the noise and saw that the animal pen had been destroyed. Confused as to how this happened, he looked over at the footage from his security camera and was shocked by what he saw. His animals can be seen trampling over the fence as if running away from something. He then looks further back into the footage to see how this happened, but what he sees terrifies him. Take a look. A small, shadow-like figure can be seen moving inside the pen, causing the animals to freak out. It seems that whatever this was unfamiliar to the livestock, and thus causing them to panic. Now, where this video came from is unknown, but the footage itself is a mystery. What could possibly have frightened the animals so badly that they had to leave their pen in a panic frenzy? This next video was recorded by a security guard who was looking over at the security cameras inside a factory when he noticed something very strange. Somewhere inside this factory, a welder is working alone, but there's something about him that doesn't seem right. The security guard takes a closer look at the footage and immediately starts to feel uneasy. After watching this incident on the camera feed, he quickly calls over the welder to look at this video and explain what was happening in this clip. But just like the night guard, the welder was left completely baffled. He had no idea as to what was captured. Now, this video took place during the night shift, which makes this incident twice as creepy. Nobody else had been working at this factory except the welder, but according to him, another welder who had the day off had come by to visit him. They had talked for just a bit before the night guard called over the welder to look at this footage. But after watching the video, the welder was left speechless. This is what was caught. As it turns out, the other welder who had dropped by to say hi wasn't actually there. The welder who's seen on camera swears that he saw the other worker in full uniform, as though he was ready to work. They had even shaken hands, according to him. But when looking at the footage, no one appears to be there. Although pretty strange, this incident gets a whole lot stranger after hearing what happened to the worker who apparently had the day off. To their shock, the factory had received news that this worker had passed away in his own home. His cause of death remains unknown, but knowing that he died on the same day this occurrence took place has left the welder feeling spooked. Could it be that the spirit of the welder's friend had paid him a visit during his shift? Or could this whole incident be explained by something else? As with all videos, there has yet to be a definitive answer to this question. It's late at night when two nurses at a children's hospital encounter something pretty spooky. They had just finished checking on their patients when one of them begins to act nervous. Seeming a bit scared, they walk out into the hallway and proceed to stare at something. The other nurse follows along to see what it is that they're seeing. What happens next inside this children's hospital is creepy to say the least. Watch.
¿Qué pasa?
No, salí de la pieza de las 4, no sé, justo cuando salí tenía algo atrás. Cuando vine para acá, se me empezó a pegar, boludo. Me pegué un cagazo y ahora lo veo.
Pero es la estática, boludo. Pero está lejos.
Estática. Está viniendo para acá.
Ay, la concha de la lora. La pibita de la camacita me dijo que le tocaron la pierna, que le apretaron la pierna. Ay, mierda, se viene para acá.
Pero se viene para acá, pelotuda. No. ¿Está prendido el aire algo?
qué sé yo, sí, creo que sí.
Tomátelo. Vamos para adentro,
me
boludo.
fui a la mierda, la
No, la
concha de
concha,
la lora. Ahí está. Que
Asomate,
pase
boludo.
largo, boludo.
¿Ves?
Ay, la concha de la lora. ¡Ay, la puta que te parió!
Down the hall, a small balloon can be seen making its way towards the nurses. It moves in a straight path before somehow making a turn inside the nurse's room. Not sure what else to think, the nurses believe that this might have been the spirit of a child as they work at a children's hospital. Both nurses even say that early on strange things were happening, from a patient who claims that something had touched their leg to the male nurse who says that the same balloon was following him around. They believe that something paranormal had occurred. But as with most videos, you be the judge. Was a ghost caught on camera, or was it something else? If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video. There's a place in Scotland known as Clune Park Estate, where many people who've been here say that something about this place disturbs them. Whether it's the abandoned school located in the center of this town, or the Gothic-style church next door, people can't help but feel a strange presence when coming here. This location was once a thriving community back in the early 1920s, before people started leaving the area only a few years later. The reasons as to why they left are various, but given the conditions of this place, it appears that it was no longer habitable. However, there's a certain belief among some people who think there's another reason why they left. This area, according to them, is haunted. Knowing this, two friends decide to visit this place during the nighttime in the hopes that something creepy will happen while being there. Although initially, nothing out of the ordinary happens when they first arrive. It's what happens later that spooks them to their core. The two friends are inside an abandoned flat when this is captured.
Hello? Isn't it? Hello? Yo!